The fundamental building block for any diet, any sort of phase where you're trying to gain muscle and lose fat is the food that you're eating. You know, you are what you eat. You guys know that. I know that. That's not news. But, you know, what if I told you that you can literally eat whatever you want, and yes, I mean whatever you want, and still manipulate your exact diet, like to the calorie? You know, like basically in layman's terms, like you could lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, or you could gain 3 pounds in 4 weeks. Like you can literally pick how much weight you lose or gain every week, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I told you that's how simple it was nowadays? Now, that might sound too good to be true. It might sound like bullshit, but I'm telling you that right now I'm going through my own cut. I'm going from about 15, 16% body fat, so not really any visible abs, to visible abs, lean, shredded, 12% body fat, and I'm doing it in 4 weeks. I'm 2 weeks in, I'm halfway there, because I got a trip to LA coming up. And you guys obviously are following along with that through my videos, but I haven't sacrificed any good food. You know, everything I like, I've pretty much been eating with a few exceptions. And I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I've done that. And the reason you should learn it from me is because, very simple, I have always loved food. Food is my number one vice. I don't smoke weed. I rarely drink alcohol. I don't do crazy. I eat. That is my vice. And I'm not giving that up just so I can lose a little bit of body fat. You also might be thinking like Tanner, how the hell can I still eat whatever I'm eating right now, but actually start to lose weight? And trust me, once you're at the end of this video, you're going to be like, damn, I never thought about it that way, if you implement what I'm about to say. So take some notes. And the first thing, though, that I have to get into is that, like, staples are key, right? Staples. What do you mean by staples? Staples are things that you love, that you could eat literally every day. You ever been to fucking McDonald's? This is kind of a bad example, but McDonald's been like, wow, this is so good. Like, I can eat this shit every day. It's so good. You know, there's foods like that, right? Out of the million fucking foods in the world, there's a couple of them that are healthy, that you could eat every day. No? If there's not, you got serious fucking problems. You're too picky. 99% of people are going to be able to pick a few things. You just have to figure out what those are for you. That's why if you have any of these coaches saying, oh, I'm going to give you a fucking meal plan and this and that before they ever even fucking talk to you and learn about you, it's a scam. It's bullshit, right? All the guys in my program figure this shit out with me, so they actually stick to their diets forever. This isn't to promote my coaching, but I'm just explaining how it actually works. But anyways, you need staples. My favorite staple, something that I'll never give up, is eggs. I love eggs. Love eggs. But eggs are pretty healthy. But I could still eat eggs every single day. The thing is, there's a million different healthy ways you can actually make eggs. This is where you get into that true consistency. When you're dieting, trying to lose weight, it's not like, damn, I can't wait till I can bulk again. It's like, damn, I could do this for the rest of my life, no problem, right? So for example, I could eat a ham, egg, and cheese omelet with, fat-free cheese and cut the fat parts off of the ham, and I'm still getting like 40 or 50 grams of protein for breakfast for like $2 or $3, and I'm sitting under 400 calories for the meal. Or I could have, a fucking protein shake with eggs beat into it. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about eating raw eggs. You're a pussy if you don't eat raw eggs. I'm just playing, but it's not going to hurt you if you do. There's a million different ways I could eat eggs throughout my day. I could use my eggs to make French toast with protein bread. There's a million different ways, and it keeps it simple and it keeps it cheap. Another one of my staples is ice cream. I eat ice cream whenever the fuck I want to eat ice cream, because it's the big 2026. You can go to the store and buy big ass tubs of ice cream and it's like 300 calories. Or you could throw some milk with some thickener gum in the blender with some ice and some fruit and protein powder. It tastes just like fucking ice cream. But instead of getting a little pint, you get like 2 liters of it. You get like an amount you can't even finish, and it'll stay way under your macros. You don't need a Ninja Creamy. You don't need all these expensive, crazy things. You just need some creativity. So staples are very important along your diet, because you're going to want to quit your diet. It's absolutely inevitable. You're going to live with roommates and they're going to buy some like Takis, or they're going to buy some fucking, some shit that like really won't fit into your diet. Like they're going to make like just a regular fucking brownie. It's going to be like 2 grams of protein and 400 calories, right? And you're going to want to eat that shit. The only way you're going to be able to stay away from that is if you find tasty, healthy, delicious foods that you can make, or you can at least have consistently or buy, right? And you'll be like, fuck it, I don't even want your real brownie because I got my fucking protein brownie that tastes even better. That's the only way you're going to get around that. Because trust me, I've dieted tens of times in my life. I've lost over 60 pounds within a 3-month period, right? Healthily, like relatively healthily. That's a little fast, but I've done that relatively healthily, right? There's going to be days where you just do not want to follow the diet, and you have to have that consistency. You're never going to lose any weight. So when you build these staples, you're absolutely going to have all that consistency where you can go, boom, I could go here or there or whatever. And when you're cutting, you don't have to give up the really good shit because you're eating healthy in the first place. Another thing I love to eat is like protein oats. Oats are like all carbs, but guess what? I time it at the correct spot in my day, which is always before my workout for the day. Boom, oats, protein powder, some fucking fruit in there. You're sitting under 450 calories for a big ass bowl of oats, and it's gonna fuel your workout. So the carbs are going straight to your glycogen stores and you're using them in your workout anyways. There's so many different things and so many different possibilities you have if you have certain things that are staples that you have a deeper understanding of. If you go out to eat every day, you're at a new fucking restaurant, like, yeah, you can fucking look at the menu and look up on Google and ChatGPT, like, how many calories is this and that, whatever. It's going to be so much more difficult to stay consistent. Remember, simple maxing is one of the biggest things I promote on my channel. It's a staple in my fucking program. My school community has a module on it. Simple maxing is the way. And if you guys know anything about me, I believe in beliefs, actions, and desires. The BAD, bad method triangle. Trust me, if you want to know how to achieve anything, belief, action, and desires are the only way to get there. I have videos on that as well. I'll put a pinned comment where you could actually go watch that. But if you want to have the belief that you can fucking lose weight or gain weight, you want to put in the actions every day with your staples to actually, get on your calorie goals, and then the desire, that dog inside you to be like, I'm not going to fucking quit no matter what because I'm making progress and I feel like a fucking dog when I do it. You combine those things, it's going to be a part of life, especially if you can enjoy it. Only if you can enjoy it. So now that we have the staples and the method to get there, there's another thing that you guys have to understand too when thinking or talking about food in any context, especially when it involves being in great shape. And that's your relationship that you have with food, right? You cannot be fucking scared of it. When I was a fat little kid, I was over 200 pounds when I was in like 8th grade, 5'3". I mean, you guys can imagine how fat I was. I was a little bit less as heavy as I am now when I was in 8th grade. Super fat. I was always like scared of food because I knew I was fat, right? Like I was always the fat kid and I was scared to eat. That would only lead to like me skipping meals here and there, which is would spike my ghrelin anyways. I'd end up in the kitchen fucking going through 2 servings of Takis after 6 hours of fasting and completely killing all the progress and momentum I had for the day and completely fucking myself over with that. Right? The relationship you should have with food is more of like it's fuel. You need it. God made food so we could eat it. And the only reason that we get fat, the only reason that we have these bad relationships is because A, we're fucking processed and a lot of the shit we eat is all bullshit. But B, it's our own desires that get in the way of what food actually is, which is a tool. And I love food more than the next guy. I probably love food and can eat more than you guys can. I guarantee it. Nobody eats more than me. Everybody who actually knows me knows that. And I still have no problem dieting down when I need to. Because my relationship is yes, this is fuel. Yes, this is going to fuel me on my workout. This is going to give me a better night's sleep. This is going to push me towards my goals, right? Because I've mastered these different aspects of it. I know I'm not going to wake up and fucking binge eat a thing of Cheez-Its that's going to provide me no nutritional value, no satiation, and it's just going to give me empty calories. I know I'm not going to do that because I know there's absolutely no benefit to that. That's not what food is meant for. That's like a perversion of what food actually is. You got to think it's a genetically engineered, crisp of fucking calories, genetically engineered to taste good to keep you addicted to it. It's ridiculous. You got to know what to stay away from and what to gravitate towards. If you want to have something really good, you want a sweet treat, and you throw some fucking vanilla Greek yogurt, which is natural, on a plate with some honey and some blueberries, right? Chances are you're not going to fucking overeat that, binge that like crazy. You're going to eat it. You're going to feel good. You're going to be satisfied. And guess what? If you're still hungry after that, that's when you get down to the last aspect, the cheat codes. There are certain cheat codes when it comes to dieting specifically, and especially when you're trying to lose fat. Everybody wants to lose fat. I don't care if you're bulking. You still want to lose fat. You don't want to be a fat ass. There's cheat codes that are 0 calories that literally do not make you gain any weight at all. You will gain 0 calories from eating these things, but they're very filling. Number one is like fucking lettuce. You can eat fucking lettuce all day. If you're really that fucking hungry, it's not going to sound the most appetizing, but eat lettuce until you're full. You could probably get 50 calories of lettuce without being absolutely stuffed, because it's literally a full pound of fucking, like one of them big ass heads. It's like, you know, that's a lot of lettuce you can eat. Or you ever thought about like sugar-free Jello? A big ass bowl of sugar-free Jello is like, what? Like 40 calories for a giant bowl? It's literally just gelatin and water, you know? And it tastes amazing. If you're that fucking hungry, shovel something like that down yourself and call it a day. Go to bed full, on a full stomach. There's so many things you can do to build the correct relationships, have the staples throughout your day, and have the correct system and mindset to follow these systems, to where you're not halfway through your diet saying, I can't do it, it's not for me. No, because your beliefs are solid, your actions are there, and you have those desires inside of you to keep pushing no matter what. Now, you guys just learned everything, like literally everything about fucking dieting. You just learned it. You just learned everything, all the information you need to know. Go implement it, write down notes. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I give you guys this shit for free because I care. You know, you guys know I'm a personal trainer, I'm a coach. I get people in the greatest shape of their lives, even though the world wants us to be soft and processed like the food. Bullshit. It's harder than ever to actually defeat that with everything we have, but I make it simple as possible. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Good luck to you guys. Implement this knowledge. God bless. Get to work and have an amazing rest of your day.